Good morning, Team Wilpers. Hopefully you all can hear me. Text our group. Brent, can you hear me? Make sure that everything's working. Okay, perfect. All right. Good morning. Let's let people trickle in here for a minute or two, and we'll get going. Let's see here. Perfect. Starting to see people come in. Hope you all have had a great week. Awesome. Okay. Well, my name is Amy Murphy, and I am the Pacific Coast Small Group Lead for Team Wilpers Cycling for the challenges specifically. I'm from the Pacific Northwest, so just a little bit south of Bellingham, about 30 minutes south of Bellingham, which is near the Canadian border. And I volunteer alongside Brent, who's kind of been helping me this morning, and Maggie Craig for the Central Time Zone, and Matt Welch for the Eastern Time Zone. And we just work together to kind of try and support all of you in these challenges throughout the year. We've been doing it, I guess, since last August or September now. So it's been pretty great to just to be here to support all of you and to be a part of this community. I know we all learn so much and from one another, and so I'm just really grateful we all get to be here together. So I'd like to start just by saying happy birthday to Coach Lori, who celebrated her birthday this past week and is just finishing up some time away. So we hope that you've had a wonderful time just down in Costa Rica, and we're looking forward to having you back with us soon. She shared an awesome song with us last week about the roof being on fire for this specific training block. And that has definitely been the case for our training over the last few weeks. I've seen many of you taking on zone 5, 6, and 7 intervals and just completely dominating. So great work to all of you for taking those intervals on and really just focusing on one at a time. I would be curious to see which ride this week you found to be the most challenging. I can't really see the comments right now, but I'll look forward to reading those afterwards and seeing what you all thought. And hopefully we're all taking our recoveries seriously and taking every opportunity we have to really hydrate and prepare for these efforts appropriately, both within the ride and between the rides as well. I know that many of these rides were jumping up to zones 5, 6, and 7, and then given often an equal work to rest ratio, at least this past week was. So just taking the chance to really get down into zone 1 and using that time to help us is really important. So this coming week, week 4, we're going to be cutting back the duration, but really keeping the intensity within the rides to allow our bodies to absorb some of that hard-earned fitness that we gained from the last 3 weeks of the training block. I can't believe it's already the halfway mark. So for our quality sessions this week, on Tuesday, we have a 45-minute Power Zone Max ride, with Ben Aldis, and it is an older ride, so you aren't able to see the class plan if you go into the Peloton app. But it's basically ascending 30-second zone 6 intervals with 2 minutes of zone 5 after each kind of block of zone 6 intervals. So you'll have two 30-second zone 6 intervals to start, and then 2 minutes in zone 5, and then you'll get a break, and then you go into three 30-second zone 6 intervals, and then 2 minutes in zone 5, and so on and so forth. I think it's 4 intervals total, 4 blocks. So totally doable, especially given what you've done so far already. You've all crushed it. So just have that confidence going into each ride that you've done a lot of this already. And every time you post a graph, I've seen what you can do, and I've seen just your resilience really shine. So just keep going with that, and keep using that to fuel your next challenge that comes in front of you. I think sometimes we can use that off the bike as well. So Thursday, we have a 45-minute hit ride with Christian. And then Saturday, we have a 45-minute power zone ride with Matt. So again, just shortening the duration, but still keeping the intensity. So Coach Lori prepared a pre-recorded discussion that she had with our very own Coach Brian Hammond that will be available on the Team Wilpers YouTube channel and on the Facebook page. It should have been scheduled to release at 8 o'clock this morning, so take advantage of that. So much knowledge there. They discussed the power profile and power duration curve, which we were introduced to during the first ride of this training block, and compare that to the FTP test. They also kind of break down how working with this benchmark impacts our FTP, or our functional threshold power, and the interplay between really working with our aerobic and anaerobic capacity. You all have a lot of experience with that. I know some of you have been doing Power Zone for years and years and years and years, but Brian and Lori both share some really valuable insights and perspectives on the creatine phosphate system and the difference between sprinting and VO2 max work, and just genetic predispositions. And they highlight what all of those pieces are. And then they also talk about rider classifications and how important it is to really try new things and continue to feed off of our desire to learn. I think that was a big piece of why I pursued some of the ultra events I did this year. Trying new things can really open up a lot of space for us. And whether it's a 45-minute ride or a different modality that we're exploring in exercise or fitness. I know Matt has been sharing a lot of different tennis pointers lately. There's always something to explore, and really using that to fuel us and keep us inspired, and not allowing ourselves to really be compared to other people. It's so easy to compare ourselves to other people and kind of get into that noise, but really just kind of shutting that out is something they try to focus on during that chat. So dive into that and take advantage of all the knowledge and everything that they share with us. We're so lucky to have them, and we're really lucky to have each other. So let's really lean into that. So halfway mark of our challenge. So entering the last half, There are a few people that I wanted to shout out this week and some messages that our other leads wanted me to share. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into those. And please forgive me if I mispronounce your name. It's probably like leaderboard names. It can be a little hard sometimes. So the first person I want to shout out is Beth Chopis. She has been recovering from some respiratory stuff and really listening to her body, but still trying to show up and participate for the team and sharing her ride reports. And so I just wanted to give a special shout out to her for taking the recovery she needed and listening to her body, and then jumping back in once it was really safe to do so, and leaning into some of these spicier rides, even though they can be a little intimidating. So awesome work to Beth. I also wanted to just give some credit to a few kind of quiet flyers. So Maura Ann and Guy, I think it's Potacek, but you're gonna have to correct me on that. I've just seen both of you really showing up for our quality sessions consistently, and just the compliance is spot on. So really great work. Thank you to Ashley Cole and everyone else who shares their outdoor adventures with us. It's really neat to see where you go and just pictures of your family, and really how the work that we're doing with Team Wilpers and on the Peloton platform is being used outdoors as well. So thank you for that. And yeah, I think that's it for my shout outs, but our leads also had some messages for you. Brent wanted me to share that he has been working through a bit of an injury and has adapted his training to really make sure that he is recovering appropriately and taking the space to get better. And he said that the Team Wilpers Challenge group has been there to reassure and motivate him even through this period. And so he wanted to say thank you to all of you for helping him to have fun and just feel supported during this time. And then Maggie Craig wanted me to share that she is loving the variation this challenge has brought, because she feels like it helps to keep us from staying stagnant, which is definitely true, and helps us to work on our VO2 max. So she's excited to see the changes in performance for everyone. So for this week, I will be adding the PDF with clickable links to the Team Wilpers cycling page after we're done here. Again, I've seen some chatter, but really try to believe in yourself and stick to the challenge ride. Even if it seems intimidating, give yourself a chance. You're so strong, and there's so much you can do, and your presence and you being a part of this community really, it just enriches the group. So thank you for showing up, and please continue to do so, because we need you here. So yeah, the 3 ride challenge is free. We do encourage you to sign up for the all access membership for I believe it's $9.95 per month, which includes 5 rides a week, and then you get access to all of the strength and mobility and awesome programs that we wouldn't have access to otherwise. So please consider that and join your chat groups on Facebook. Lori has told us thousands of times, but again, when you show up and are present, it really enriches the experience for everyone. So please try to take the time to jump in and share a bit of yourselves with the group. We all have something to learn from one another. We all come in with different stories, different levels of experience, and we're here to train together. So please lean into those chat groups and use your hashtags. when you're on the leaderboard, Team Wilpers Cycling, so that we can find you and we can ride with you or just give you a high five to let you know how much you mean to us. So we love seeing your graphs. We love seeing your ride reports on our daily posts. We definitely want to celebrate your milestones with you every week. So please share those as well. And we're on Strava, so look for the cycling group on Strava so we can connect that way. But yeah, I know that was a lot of information. I have no idea if you're commenting on anything because I cannot see it. But yeah, I hope you all are there, and thank you for joining us, and have a great day. Thanks.